Okay, here's your time to beat run from Saturday. Oopsies. Hey! Sorry, one of my dogs just went after the puppy a little too hard. Nice job of cueing that. Oh yeah, I remember this course. There was a tunnel over there, which I'm not standing in a very good place. Okay, let's see what happens. This first front cross is pretty late. Here's your dog in the air, and you're just starting to rotate. Okay, so he's taking the jump like this because that's what you told him to do, and he's probably looking at that one. And then you completely take your eyes off of him. So now, so you've cued it late, and so he's going to land long and straight, which means you're going to have to really grab a hold of his head, to get him to make the turn. But you take your eyes off of him, you don't even know where he is, because he's landed so long here, and then he had to cut back. Karen is like an expert at doing this, because Kea, even though Karen sometimes her timing is correct, Kea does this exact same thing. And Karen's gotten pretty good at like pausing right there and waiting for the dog to come to her side before she moves on. And you've probably noticed that, which normally you wouldn't have to do with this dog. But you also can't take your eyes off your dog. Right? We know, we're figuring out that is kind of a critical thing with him. Okay, so we get back on track. That one was better. You're just starting to bring up your outside arm while the dog's in the air, and see how far away he's taking off from this jump? That's because this stride right here, which is when he needed the information about what was happening, you're just moving forward, and he can see the teeter over there. So he's using a lot of extension here, as he should, because of the way that you cued it. But you do, when he's in the air, put your arm up, which then that allows him to deal with that when he lands. But because he took it in such extension, he still has to come back and go around you like that. And you take your eyes off him again. You take your eyes off him again, right here, and he's already behind you, okay? So you may need to get into the practice of, when you do front crosses for a while, until your timing is perfect, which I'm sure that it will be, you may need to get into the habit of just thinking to yourself, I'm not going to look ahead until my dog is at my side, and then I'm going to look ahead. Okay? Does that make sense? Because you're looking ahead trying to find out where to go, but then when you do that, you're taking your eyes off of him, and he goes behind you, and then you don't know where he is. Okay? So when you do front crosses, I'm gonna be on you to like not take your eyes off your dog until he's at your side, and then you can look ahead. I can't see what's happening because I'm standing in a horrible position. Oh yeah, I remember now. That's excellent, Jimmy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You had your arm up really early. You even had your eye on him still. Still, you're watching him. Still. Still. So that's what, and now you're looking ahead, but that's perfect because he's taken the jump. You can see he's coming the correct way around the wing, and then you can look ahead. So this is perfect. Watch that part over and like cement that in your brain. That was perfect. Okay, and then I think the weaves are next, and you have a little bit of trouble in the weaves. But we're not worried about the weaves, right? Because we've got a plan for the weaves, and you'll be working on those. No, no. So, I'm not worried about the weaves. The weaves are, people over worry about the weaves, and we don't need to. It's just an obstacle. And you did that end beautifully. That was really nice. It's perfect. Very, very nice. I know Karen had trouble with this part. But you ran in this direction. You kept your shoulders facing forward. Look at your shoulder, because what a lot of people do, myself included, when I tend to do this, I tend to rotate my shoulders that way to my dog, and that's just wrong. But your shoulders are forward. Your dog is committing. You're cutting behind him. He reads the turn. Beautiful rear cross. Nicely done.